Hi, good morning. Let's do an intermediate class with the foam roller. Let's do 6 of each exercise. Let's do chin tucks for warm up, pelvic tilts for warm up, and then let's do roll up, double knee stretch bridges. Let's do swan and finish with side body on this foam roller. So let's get started on face up on this foam roller. You're going to place your butt and head down, lie face up, and let's do some pelvic tilts for warming up. So press your heel, ball of the feet, toes down. Create some space in your lumbar, your low back area. Your head is on the foam roller, nose pointing upwards. And for the pelvic tilt, let's just play with going into a forward tilt of the pelvis. So create a larger space under your low back while keeping your upper body stable and keeping your legs stable. And then coming back into a lesser of a tilt, a neutral tilt. And then let's go into a backward tilt, a posterior tilt. I like the foam roller because it gives you a lot of feedback for these pelvic tilts. And as you are in a posterior tilt, you can feel that your sit bones are start gliding towards your knees. Come back to neutral. Come back into an anterior tilt. I think I need to invest into a longer foam roller. Anterior tilt, neutral, and posterior. Keep your nose pointing upward. Neutral. Big mouse house. Big forward tilt. A lot of stretch in my low back, especially on the left side. Neutral tilt, posterior tilt. Come back to neutral, and then stay in neutral. I'm gonna need to scooch down just so I have enough space. Next, let's do some chin tucks on this foam roller. Same thing, nose pointing upwards, chest is open, arms by your side, heels, ball of the feet, toes are pressed in, and I'm just going to bring my nose down towards my chest bone and bringing it back up. Let's do 6 and 2 back to neutral and 3 and 4 5 a lot of stretch in the back of my neck. And 6. Okay, let's do 6 roll-ups on this foam roller. Stay in a neutral tilt, heel pressed in, ball of the feet pressed in, toes are pressed down. Arms out in front of you. You're going to lift your head, circling your nose forward, and touch down each bone as you curl up. So all the way up, look straight ahead. And take your time rolling back down without lifting your legs. So have the low back come down first, then the mid back, then the scapula, and then the head comes down last. You can also bring the arms overhead for an extra stretch. Bring the arms back to center. Lift the head, start curling up, roll up, look straight ahead. Here to lift up, imagine I'm like over your head, pulling your head up, pulling your hair up. And then the pelvis starts to curl, low back comes down, hit back, and the head arrives last. Lift up, curl forward, sit all the way up. And then lower down. Two more. Bring the arms overhead if you want to. Bring it back to center. Lift the head. Curl up. Look straight ahead. Lift up. So you feel a stretch in your low back. And take your time curling the pelvis. Curl the pelvis under. Take your time lowering down. Bring the hands overhead. Arms back to center. Lift up, nose to the chest. Curl up. Look straight ahead. Lift up. And then take your time rolling your spine down. Arms overhead. And then let's come off the foam roller. And then let's do double knee stretch. So you can lie down on the mat, face up. Bring your knees towards your chest. And the goal here is that you keep your knees together and you're going to grab the foam roller out on the side. You're going to lift your head, curl up, bring your forehead towards your knees towards your forehead. Lift the foam roller over, bring the foam roller overhead, curl back down, and with the legs you have an option. Keep your legs here, or if you're up for a challenge, straighten your legs. If you're up for more of a challenge, you can also bring your legs down and then bring everything back into a ball and bring the foam roller behind your butt. So that's one. Let's do 6. Legs are at your option, whatever you do with them. Lift up, curl up, arms come overhead, straighten your legs if you can, and then bring it back down. 2. Lift up, 3. Straighten your legs if you can. Keep your knees together. 4. Lift up, curl up. 5. These are hard. And 6. Lift up, curl up. Forehead to the knees, knees to the forehead. Straighten your legs if it's available to you. And bring everything back up. Good. Hug the knees back in. And rest. Next, bridges. You're gonna lie down face up. Press your heels into the foam roller. Arms by your side. Knees out to the side. You're gonna curl up into a bridge. Come up as high as you can. And then take your time lowering down. Let's do 6 of this. So the lumbar comes down, the low back comes down before your pelvis arrives down. The low back comes up before the mid back comes up. So 6. Press your hands into the floor, chest is open, nose is pointing up. Curl up. Go as high as you can. And take your time lowering down. 1, 2, roll up. 3, 4, 5, 6. Hug the knees into your chest. Couple deep breaths in. And let's do some side body with this foam roller. You're gonna come into a forearm plank. Elbow is under the armpit. Palm is pressed into the mat. The legs are one on top of the other. The pelvis comes forward. So the goal here is that you prevent your pelvis from shifting forward or back. Squeeze your knees, squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze the sit bones together. Your top hand is on your pelvis. For option 1, you're just going to lift and lower the pelvis here. For option 2, the top arm is lifting up. Lift your pelvis higher and bring your arm overhead. Let's do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift the pelvis higher. 5 and 6. Let's do 6 on the other side. Legs one on top of the other. Pelvis forward, knees together, inner thighs together. Elbow is under your armpit, palm is down. Option 1, lift and lower. Option 2, top arm. Lift the pelvis, then lift the pelvis higher and bring the arm overhead. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and one more. Done. And last exercise. Let's do a curl back, a swan. 3 straight legs and 3 when we're bending the knees with it. So let's lie down face down, knees together, feet together, press your shin, inner thighs into the mat. Squeeze your legs together, legs are engaged Thumbs are pointing up. Arms are straight. Pull the arms into your mid back, so the scapula. Bring your scapula to your back pocket. Start lifting your head and curve back. Come up as high as you can. And then take your time lowering down. Let's do 2 more. Arms stay straight. Curl back. And take your time lowering down. Last one. Thumbs up, curl up. Take the time stretching your abdominals as you're coming down. And then last 3, as you're curling back, you're going to bend the knees as you're coming up. Arms are straight, thumbs up. Start lifting your head. Start bending your knees and curl up. And then lower down. 2, curl up, bend your knees. Press your pubic bone into the mat and lower down. And last one, curl back. Press your thighs into the mat. Press your pubic bone into the mat. Curl up as high as you can. And take your time lowering down. And let's finish with a child's pose. Close your knees. Feet are pointed. Bring your heels, bring your butt on your heels. Bring your forehead on the mat. And let's do 3 deep breaths to finish. 3 breaths into your belly and exhale. Deep inhale and long exhale. That's it. I hope this wasn't super hard, but I think it's good now and then to get a little bit going to an intermediate class. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.